Did you ever think what it would be like traveling along in an open car without a windshield? Boy, you wouldn't go very far before you got all splattered with mud. And you'd have to keep your eyes closed so as not to be blinded by the dust. Well, when you're traveling along in life, Rangers, common sense acts as a pretty important windshield. It lets you see where you're going.
I am the greatest.
All right. Okay, I think we are on. Welcome, everyone. This is Emin the Mass Media Group. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that we had audio going on, and we do, so I can hear myself. And I do have the wonderful and esteemed co-host and production partner in the building, Ms. Kim. How you doing, Ms. Kim?
Good morning, uprisings, all that good stuff. You didn't tell us who you are. Who you?
Who me? Y'all don't need to know about that. But yeah, my name is Yamoya, for those who don't know.
All right. Good morning, Yamoya.
Good morning.
All right.
We got a lot of stuff to get into today, don't we?
Yeah. I got some information, some calls to action as we continue our journey on the road to reparations. So we'll start with some quick housekeeping.
Let's do it. Reparations Now, the documentary, reparationsnowdoc.com. You can also check it out on Tubi.
A lot of stuff there. As you can see, ETM is very active.
Absolutely. ETMMediaGroupStore.com. Go get your latest merch there at ETMMediaGroupStore.com.
And that's one way to support ETM and show your support for Reparations Now. Also, another way to show support is to click on the Amazon affiliate link before you do all your Amazon shopping.
Absolutely. Should be down there in the description as well.
In the description as well. And since we are back in lead session, always good to remind ourselves of what we need to achieve reparations here in California, and that would be as we get to the floor votes, 41 assembly members to vote yes, 21 senators to vote yes, and 1 governor to sign off on approval once it gets to their desk. All right, so what are we here to talk about today?
All right, so I don't know if you have the slide up for the part 2, the road to reparations. Actually, that slide that's up right now, we'll probably talk about that later, but there's actually going to be a hearing, informational hearing. Well, actually, that slide was, I'm looking at the date. If you haven't seen that, I guess it was a hearing. Yeah, it was a hearing at the Capitol that some of the advocates went to. And that was chaired by Assembly Member Corey Jackson. And I know there was some wonderful public comments. So if people have not seen that, please go check it out. Our family was advocating for a guaranteed income for our freedmen seniors at that particular time.
Right, and that hearing that took place on February 26th is available to view on ETM Media. And also, we have a future hearing coming up just this next week on March the 12th. Same thing. We will be advocating for guaranteed income for our seniors to the Human Services Committee, Budget Committee. So that's happening this week. If you're in the Sacramento area, come out and join us.
Absolutely.
All right. And speaking of the subcommittee on human services, this is them here. The people that we will be advocating to, as Zemoya mentioned, Corey Jackson is the chair of that committee. Let's see here. That's District 60, a Democrat. Who else do we have here?
We have Patrick Aarons, I should say, Aarons. He's of District 26, a Democrat. Alex Lee is also Democrat, District 24. Dr. Lachey Sharp Collins. She's District 79 down there in Southern California, and she's a member of the CLBC. We have a Republican, David J. Tangipa. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it Tangipa, I think. He is a Republican, and if I recall correctly, he got like demoted or something like that.
Yeah, he's one of the Republicans that was removed from his committee chair seat. Yes.
Yeah. And then we have Jesse Gabriel, District 46. He's a Democrat. Heath Flora, District 9, and he's a Republican. So that is the subcommittee of the members and the chair.
All right. And again, advocates will be addressing them on March the 12th to demand guaranteed income in the budget for freedmen seniors. If you're not in the Sacramento area and you want to participate, CJEC has a call to action going on right now. You can scan the QR code that will take you to a form that you can fill out, and you can also, it takes 2 minutes, 3 clicks, and send your thoughts over to the Human Services Committee and let them know that you're with CJEC on guaranteed income for our freedmen seniors. Yes. So there Absolutely. You go there.
All right. Yes, Kendrick Lamar, if you have yet to see the review that we did right here in Mass Media, please check that out. It seemed like it was pretty popular. So if you haven't seen it, please check that out. And I really enjoyed his performance. Some other people actually didn't, but that's totally up to them. It's their opinion and it's subjective. But we did a cultural context breakdown right here on in the Mass Media Group. So when you have a chance, check that out.
All right. Oh, and just back to this really quickly, the call to action for guaranteed income for our seniors. It's so quick and easy to do. I just did it on our ETM Media Twitter page, so that's another place you can find it. I just did it really quickly, and it only took me under a minute. All right.
And there's going to be a town hall Saturday, March 15th down there in Los Angeles. It's at 4276 Crenshaw Boulevard, 90008. I believe that's 308. There is a QR code if you want more information on it. The topics are going to be Democrat and Republican bills, community reparations ideas, and reparations money in the California budget. So definitely check that one out if you're going to be in the Los Angeles area or somewhere down in Southern California.
Okay, and I guess before we get into the topic of discussion for today, we'll just go ahead and reintroduce you to our current California Legislative Black Caucus that are seated currently. As you know, they have a a bill for a American slavery agency, and we have a competing bill for an American freedman, California American Freedmen Affairs Agency, CAFAA office. So yeah, just to show you who your CLBC members are, just so you're familiar.
All right.
And let's see here, since we are in lead session, if you want to reach out to any of your assembly members, know what district you're in, you can scan this QR code, go to this website, put in your address information, and the information for who your California state representatives are will come up, so you will know who you need to be reaching out to as a constituent. All right. So why we are here today?
Actually, Kim, can we go back? I want to actually talk about the Sanctuary Cities video that's going on, that we're going to be premiering today. And then
that is here.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. So, did a review on the Sanctuary Cities, and this is definitely a rabbit hole. But it's jam-packed with information. That's going to be premiering at 5 p.m. I think tonight. So please check that out. A lot of good information. I learned a lot in this research on Sanctuary Cities, and hopefully you will too. So definitely check that out. And if you can't check it out at 5 p.m., then check it out on the replay, because the Sanctuary Cities is definitely impacting the freedmen community and the American community as a whole. So please check that out. It premieres tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard. And then, actually, as a matter of fact, let's play this video. Al Green, not the artist Al Green, but Al Green, who is the congressman. I believe he's out there in Texas. Don't quote me, but I believe he's out there in Texas. Just some federal stuff. We like to kind of expand our reach too as well, even though we're definitely focused here on, California politics. But, we like to go international and federal too. So I guess this has been a big thing with the Democrats. I don't know if they're crashing out or not. But anyway, let's watch this video, and then we'll come back and get to the topic at hand. But let's check this out.
Mr. Speaker, and still I rise. And still I rise, a proud, liberated Democrat, unbought, unbossed, and unafraid. And I rise today, Mr. Speaker, to call to the attention of the House, this place that I revere, and notwithstanding recent events that I have great respect for. Mr. Speaker, I rise today in response to a censure that took place as it relates to my behavior.
Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant-at-Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber. By its adoption of House Resolution 189, the House has resolved that Representative Al Green be censured, that Representative Al Green forthwith present himself in the well of the House of Representatives for the pronouncement of censure, and that Representative Al Green be censured with public reading of this resolution by the Speaker. The House has come to order. The House has come to order.
What's it? Which you want to let him keep doing this, or tell me?
The House has come to order. Clear the well, please. Clear the well. The House has to continue its business.
I regret that I had to do what I did. but it was a matter of conscience. It really was. And there are some times on questions of conscience that even if you had to stand alone, it's better to stand alone than not stand at all. So I wasn't looking to see who was going to stand with me. It never crossed my mind that people would or would not stand with me. The only thing that crossed my mind was I've got to let the president know that he doesn't have a mandate to cut Medicaid.
Well, there you go. So I guess that's what's going on in the federal side of things. These Republicans and Democrats. But anyway.
Quite the theatrics.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I mean, I think, wasn't that the State of the Union address? Is that what they call it? That Trump was speaking at? I think it was something like that. But anyway.
Something like that.
Trying to do, the right thing for the citizens of this United States, and they're up here doing theatrics. But hopefully
you are censured, they said.
You are censured, which I found out, and this is a definition from the Senate.
Yeah, go ahead and give us that.
It says censure is a formal statement of disapproval in the form of a resolution that is adopted by majority vote. The term, quote, censure is not found in the Constitution, and the word does not have to appear in the resolution. So
just a little reprimand there.
Yeah.
In writing.
In writing.
Okay.
And there you go. All right. So I guess let's get to it, shall we?
All right. So why we're here today is to introduce you to some of the members of the committees that we anticipate are Bill 1315. Before we want to do that, Umoy, can we do a quick check on where 1315 is at in the process?
Yeah. Do you want to me share my screen type of thing, or how we doing this?
Yeah. Once you get it up, let me know. You could share your screen.
All right. So yeah, let me look for.
Yeah, maybe we could take a look at the bills we're following, just so we can see where they are headed.
All right. So let's. I will let you know, family, shortly. And okay, I think we are ready to go, Kim.
We're ready to go. All right, let's go.
All right, so we're on the California Legislative Information site. That's legiinfo.legislature.ca.gov. We should probably do a refresher course on how to navigate through this legislative site. It's actually very informative. But anyway, so here's the bill, AB 1315, the California American Freedmen Affairs Agency. And let's see here what the status is. So currently it should be with the Rules Committee, and that's about it. So that's where it's at. It hasn't been it hasn't been referred to another committee right now, so it's kind of in limbo until the Rules Committee decides to place it where it needs to be.
Where is it telling us that?
So at the bottom, it may be hard to see on the screen.
Okay.
But I'll just go ahead and read it. It says, as of February 2024, February 24th, 2025, it says read first time. Before that, it says 2/22/25 from printer may be heard in committee March 24th. So sometimes on these sites, they don't let you know exactly kind of what's happening. But usually what happens in the process is once a bill is introduced by the legislature or just legislator, it gets sent to the Rules Committee. So currently it says the active bill is pending referral. That's under the, I don't know if everybody can see that on the screen, but in the box there it says type of measure, it says active bill, it just says pending referral. So that's the current state that it's in right now.
All right. Can we look at competing Bureau Bill 518, SB 518, and see where that's at in this process?
There's 518. So this is one way that you can go about on this California Legislative Information site. If you happen to know the bill, you can look up by bill number. And since it's 518, correct? SB 518?
Yes, and this was introduced by Akilah Weber Pearson, chair of the Black Caucus.
All right. So if you could see on my screen, you could see Senate Bill number 518. We'll go to the status tab.
All right.
All right. And then at the bottom, it's somewhat similar, but this bill was introduced actually, it says 2/19/25, but I thought this bill was introduced a lot earlier, or maybe it wasn't.
No, they waited.
Oh yeah, they did wait.
Last minute. Mm-hmm.
They did wait. Okay, they did wait. So okay, let's just keep it all real. Let's just keep it transparent here. So it's just interesting to see that this bill was introduced, read first time, and then it pretty much got assigned pretty quickly, to a committee.
Oh, right away.
On the 26th. Yeah, I mean, isn't that interesting how that happened?
Yeah, so it's been referred to the Committee on Governmental Organizations. That's what that GO stands for. And that is one of the committees that we're going to be introducing you to the members to today. So as you can see, this bill has moved forward. At least it's been referred to governmental organizations to hear the bill, and the bill 1315, Assembly Bill 1315, from what we see, has not been referred to be heard by committee.
Right. So, and also you could see underneath the box where it says type of measure, it says active bill in committee process. So, I mean, that's basically where it's at, right? It says in committee process. So
before when we looked at AB 1315, it just said active bill, but it didn't say in committee process. Or?
Correct.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, since we're here, we might as well just go all out. So there's another bill called SB 12. I don't know. Can you see my screen, Kim?
Yes.
Working my magic here.
Yes.
All right. So SB 12, and that is the bill introduced by Senator Gonzalez. This is the Immigrant and Refugee Affairs Agency, Office of Immigrant and Refugee Affairs. Let's see what that status is.
Ooh, a lot going on.
Wow. What do you know? All right. So this bill was actually introduced in December of last year. Or maybe that's where I was getting confused. So it says introduced, read first time, to Committee on Rules for assignment to print. And then this one actually took a little bit longer to get referred, but if I recall correctly, it takes 31 days before it's actually referred, if I recall, or it could take up to 31 days. So anyway, this bill's already set for a hearing in March 11th. So,
which is also this upcoming week.
That is correct.
So that's on Tuesday.
That is on Tuesday.
It will be heard also by government organizations, correct? Is that what it's telling me? Mm-hmm.
That is correct. So, all right. Is there anything else on this matter, or shall we move on?
That's it. So 518, it's been referred to government organizations, but does it have a date yet, a hearing date?
Correct.
No, that's a question.
No, it does not.
Oh, it does not have a hearing date. Okay, all right. That's good to know. Well, while we're here, if we could just look at one more of the grassroots priority bills, can we take a quick look at SB 515, which is our data disaggregation bill at county and city level, introduced by Senator Richardson, February 19th. All right, referred to Committee on L governments, which is local governments, which is another committee that we will be introducing you to the members today. So yeah, let's get to these introductions so we know who we need to reach out to.
All right, let's do it.
All right. So first up, we've got the Committee on Rules on the Assembly side, where we are anticipating AB 1315, the CAFAA, California American Freedmen Affairs Agency bill, authored by Assemblymember Asali, to go first. And on that committee, we have the chair as Blanca Pacheco. She's a Democrat in District 64. We have Tom Lackey, Vice Chair, Republican, District 34. Patrick Arens, Democrat, District 26. Heath Flora, Republican, District 9. Mark Gonzalez, Democrat, District 54. Jackie Irwin, Democrat, District 42. Maggie Krell, Democrat, District 6. Dr. Darshana R. Patel, Democrat, District 76. Michelle Rodriguez, Democrat, District 53. Kate Sanchez, Republican, District 71. Rick Chavez Zabur, Democrat, District 51. Dr. Joaquin Arambula, Democrat, District 31. Dem Alternative. It says alternate. Do we know what that means, Umoya?
I don't know. No.
Just an alternate that kind of sits in on the Dem side, and the same with Tri-Taw down here is the alternate Republican District 70. So those are the Rules Committee members that we need to be reaching out to make sure that our bill gets referred so it can get a committee hearing. Again, the chair is Blanca Pacheco, and the vice chair is Tom Lackey.
Should we put up the call to action right now?
Yeah. Let's put up the call to action.
And departments tasked with direct.
That's not it.
That is not it.
All right, here's the call to action. Our partner, Darlene Crumity, took the call to action from CJAC, and that is to tweet to Assembly Member Pacheco to refer the bill. Now, remember, she's the chair of the Rules Committee, so we're wanting her to refer AB 1315 to a committee so it can be heard. We're thinking maybe it will take the same route as SB 518, which is also a bureau bill, and go to government organizations. But we will see. It needs to be referred out of the Rules Committee first. So tweet to Assemblymember Pacheco and tell her to do just that. Also, you can also find her information by doing the Find Your Rep information. You could take CJAC calls to action, to email them directly as well. And also, we're getting a little ahead for the Judiciary Committee and tweeting Ash Carla and telling him to hear AB 1315 when it gets to his committee. So those two people, you can start tweeting now, and any of the other ones that we just introduced you to on the Rules Committee, so they can start, getting these bills referred. All right, so that is the Rules Committee on the Assembly side. Let's take a look at rules over on the Senate side.
All right, so on the Senate side, we have the Rules Committee. It looks like Mike McGuire is the chair. Shannon Grove is the vice chair. Brian W. Jones. Oh, I guess let me read the district. Okay. And their party affiliation. Okay. Mike McGuire, the chair, is a Democrat, District 2. Shannon Grove, vice chair, Republican, District 12. Brian W. Jones, Republican, District 40. John Laird, Democrat, District 17. And Eloise Gomez Reyes, a Democrat, District 29. All right, I think you might be on mute, Ken.
All right, so back to the Assembly side, Committee on Governmental Organizations, where we anticipate AB 1315 may end up due to the nature of the bill. Okay, so we have the chair as Blanco E. Rubio, a Democrat, District 48. Lori Davis, Vice Chair, Republican, District 74. David Alvarez, Democrat, District 80. Mark Berman, Democrat, District 23. Isaac G. Bryan, Democrat, District 55. Juan Carrillo. Isaac is a Black Caucus, California Legislative Black Caucus member, for anyone who did not know that. And he is one that was responsible for blocking Bradford's CAFAA office bill last session. All right, we have Juan Carrillo, Democrat, District 39, Carl DeMaio, Republican, District 75, Diane Dixon, Republican, District 72, Mike Fong, Democrat, District 49, Jesse Gabriel, Democrat, District 46, Mike Gibson, also a CLBC member, Democrat, District 65, Tina McKinner, also a CLBC member, Democrat, District 61, Stephanie Wynn, Democrat, District 10, Blanca Pacheco. As you recall, her name was on the Rules Committee as chair that we just went through. So Blanca Pacheco is also on the Governmental Organization Committee, Democrat, District 64. James Ramos, Democrat, District 45. Michelle Rodriguez, Democrat, District 53. Kate Shantes, again, Republican, District 71. Jose Luis Salachi Jr., Democrat, District 62. Esmeralda Soria, Democrat, District 27. Tri Ta, Republican, District 70. Avelino Valencia, Democrat, District 68. And Greg Wallace, Republican, District 47. So that is the Government Organization Committee on the Assembly side. Now let's go to the Senate.
Yeah, I've been noticing that Tree Ta, the Republican, he's been showing up in a lot of these slides.
Yeah. I keep an eye on him and see what his voting record is.
Right. All right. So on the Senate side for the Governmental Organization Committee, we have Steve Padilla, who is the chair. He's the Democrat, District 18. We have Suzette Martinez Valladares. She's the vice chair of Republican, District 23. Bob Archuleta, Democrat, District 30. Angelique Ashby, Democrat, District 8. Catherine Blakespear, Democrat, District 38. Sabrina Cervantes, Democrat, District 31. Megan Dell, is that right? Or Dolly? I always forget it. Republican, District 1. Melissa Hurtado, Democrat, District 16. Brian W. Jones, Republican, District 40. I thought I saw his name on the Rules Committee, I think. I can't remember. Rosalicia Achoabo, Republican, District 19. Laura Richardson, Democrat, District 35. And Laura Richardson is the one who is authoring SB 515.
Yeah.
Susan Rubio, Democrat, District 22. Lola Smallwood Cuevas, who is a member of the CLBC, Democrat District 28, Aisha Wahab, Democrat District 10, and Dr. Akila Weber Pearson, who is the chair of the CLBC, is sitting on this governmental organization committee. She's a Democrat District 39 down there in Southern California.
Oh, you went into the matrix a little bit.
Oh, did I?
You went in the matrix a little bit. Can you introduce her again, please?
Dr. Keela Weber Pearson. She is the chair of the CLBC, and she's a Democrat down there in District 39.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, let me see. Let me just double check on the stream to see if we're still good here. All right, yeah, I mean, I can hear it, but yeah, maybe.
Yeah, you're back. You just dropped off when you were talking about Akila.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
All right, so we are going back to the assembly side. We just introduced you to the Committee on Governmental Organizations on the assembly side. Now we will introduce you to the Committee on Local Government. As you remember, on the Senate side, SB 515, our data disaggregation bill at the county and city levels, was referred to Committee on Local Government on the Senate side. So that's where it will be starting and where it will be heard and voted on. But on the Assembly side here, we do have Juan Carrillo as the chair, Democrat District 39, Tri Ta, Vice Chair, Dem District 40, Josh Hoover, Democrat District 41, Blanca Pacheco, Democrat District 42, James C. Ramos, Democrat District 43, Rhodesia Ransom, Democrat District 44. I believe she is a new CLBC member in District 44 there. We have Blanca Rubio, Democrat District 45, Catherine Stefani, Democrat District 46, Christopher M. Ward, Democrat District 47, and Lori D. Wilson, Democrat District 48, the former chair of the CLBC when the August 31st betrayal took place, blocking Bradford's bills from being heard on the Assembly floor. She is still a California Legislative Black Caucus member, but she is no longer the chair.
Right, and Rhodesia Ransom, I believe she's up there in Stockton.
She's in the Stockton,
yeah, which is for the people who aren't familiar with the California. Stockton is like Northern California, up there ish. It's more closer to Northern California. So yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. And on the Senate side.
All right, Senate Local Government Committee. We have the chair, Maria Elena Durazo, and she's a Democrat, District 26. Stephen Cho is vice chair, Republican, District 37. Jesse Araguin, Democrat, District 7. Christopher Cabaldon, Democrat, District 3. John Laird, Democrat, District 17. Kelly Ciardo, Republican, District 32. Scott Weiner, Democrat, District 11.
Okay, and again, Senate Local Government Committee is where SB 515, our data disaggregation bill, is. So if you're interested in, that bill passing, these are the people you need to reach out to so they can vote it out of the local government committee so we can move forward with that. All right, now we will go back to the assembly side and look at who is on our Judiciary Committee this year on the assembly side. So we have Ash Carla, Democrat, District 25. If that name sounds familiar earlier when you saw the call to action from CJEC to tweet some of these committee members. Ash Carlett is the chair of the Judiciary Committee, and we have an active call to action out to tweet him to hear this bill when it is referred to his committee. Also on this committee, Judiciary Committee, is Diane Dixon, the vice chair, Republican District 72, Rebecca Bauer Kahn, Democrat District 16, Isaac Bryan, Democrat District 55. As you know, he is a CLBC member. Damon Connolly, Democrat 12. Bill Asaley, Republican Democrat 63, the author of our bill, AB 1315. And then we also have John Harabedian, Democrat District 41, Blanca Pacheco, Democrat District 64, Diane Pappin, Democrat District 21, Kate Sanchez, Republican District 71, Catherine Stefani, Democrat District 19, and Rick Chavez Zavar, Democrat District 51. All right, so we will go over to the Judiciary Senate side.
We have Thomas Umberg, who's the chair. He's a Democrat, District 34. Roger Nielo, he's the vice chair, Republican, District 6. Benjamin Allen, Democrat, District 24. Angelique Ashby, Democrat, District 8. Ana Caballero, Democrat, District 14. Maria Elena Durazo, Democrat, District 26. John Laird, Democrat, District 17. Luis Gomez Reyes, Democrat, District 29. Henry Stern, Democrat, District 27. Suzette Martinez Valadares, something like that. Republican, District 23. Aisha Wahab, Democrat, District 10. Keela Weber Pearson, Democrat, District 39. And Scott Wiener, Democrat, District 11.
Okay. And back to the Assembly side, we'll take a look at who is on the Appropriations Committee. This is usually the last committee where bills are heard before they go into suspense file and move over to the other house if they make it out of suspense. And if you'll recall, suspense is typically where bills do go to die. All right, we have Buffy Wicks, chair, Democrat District 14. Kate Sanchez, vice chair, Republican District 71. Dr. Joaquin Ambarula, Democrat District 31. Lisa Calderon, Democrat District 56. Jessica Caloza, Democrat District 52, Diane Dixon, Republican District 72, Sade Elwara, Democrat District 57. She is also a new CLBC member in District 57. We have Mike Fong, Democrat District 49, Mark Gonzalez, Democrat District 54, Heather Hadwick, Republican District 1, Greg Hart, Democrat District 37, Blanca Pacheco, Democrat District 64. She sits on a lot of committees. Gail Pellerin, Democrat 28, District 28. Jose Luis Salachi Jr., Democrat District 62, and Tri-Taw again, Republican District 70. There goes Tree. Is it Tree? Tri-Taw? Tree. You say Tree, I say Try. All right. Oh, so we are going to the appropriations on the Senate side.
So we have Ana Caballero. She is the chair. She's the Democrat, District 14. Kelly Sayarto, vice chair, Republican, District 32. Christopher Cabaldon, Democrat, District 3. Megan Dale, Republican, District 1. Tim Grayson, Democrat, District 9. Laura Richardson, Democrat, District 35. And Aisha Wahab, Democrat, District 10. That's the Senate Appropriations Committee.
All right. So those are the committees that we are paying close attention to in anticipation of our grassroots priority bills moving through those committees. Again, the CJEC call to action tweeted by Miss Darlene Cremedy, who is not here with us today. She is one of the NorCal members of the team that is trying to head out to Los Angeles for the 15th. Oh, this is not the, let's see, the call to action. We can never see this too many times. Like I said, it takes 2 seconds. You can tweet that out real quick. But heading out to the town hall meeting Saturday, March 15th. So there's that information again for anyone interested in attending. All right. And where do we want to go next?
Let's go to the comparison chart. Let's talk about the comparison chart. Now, if people, those who are watching now on the live stream, thank you. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications as well. But for those who didn't see the previous, which was technically part 1 of our Road to Reparations program here, technically this is the second show. If you didn't happen to see that, which we did give honor and celebrate American Freedmen's Day on March 3rd, that was a special show. We actually did read SB 518 and we read AB 1315. All right, so we did a little comparison chart. I don't know if anybody has any suggestions in terms of what else we would like to compare, but we felt that, at least as far as our perspective, that these two comparisons, or at least these two categories or items, compared both of the two. So let's go over this chart. And if anybody has any questions or, comments, let us know as we go along. All right, here we go. So for the AB 1315, the California American Freedmen Affairs Agency is on the left. And then on the right is SB 518, Descendants of Enslaved Persons, Reparations, is on the right. Now, once again, AB 1315 is authored and introduced by Assemblymember Bill Asaley, who is a Republican. And SB 518, the Descendants of Enslaved Persons, Reparations, is authored by Dr. Akila Weber, who is, once again, the chair of the CLBC. So I'll just say that the SB 518 is more supported by the CLBC, where the California American Freedmen Affairs Agency is more supported by activists or advocates.
The grassroots.
Is that about right?
And
the community.
And the community, exactly. From what I see, the community supports AB 1315 as well.
All right, let's go. So both the AB 1315 and SB 15 have a genealogy office section allocated for that. They do both have eligibility criteria. All right. They both have a legal affairs office, all right, or department. Now, regarding the timeline statutes, meaning, are there any deadlines, any, dates that are met or need to be met? The California American Freedmen Affairs Agency has it. Fortunately for the Descendants of Enslaved Persons bill, the SB 518 does not. And that's correct, Kim, as far as I'm aware.
Right. As far as I'm aware. But, we also on the first show read the companion bill to SB 518, which is SB 437. So you kind of have to look at those two bills and how they would operate in kind of concert or tandem, work together. And as far as SB 437, there are no timelines associated with that forever study bill either.
All right. There is a privacy clause In California American Freedmen Affairs Agency bill, there is none for the descendants of enslaved persons, reparations 518. There is a lead position appointment for both AB 1315 and SB 518. If I recall correctly, the CAFAA Affairs Agency is, I believe the title is Secretary. For the Descendants Bill, SB 518, I believe is Director. All right, let's move to the next one. Property Reclamation Division. There is none for the California American Freedmen's Affairs Agency, but there is for the Descendants of Enslaved Persons. Education and Outreach Division. There is none for the California American Freedmen's Affairs Agency bill, but there is for the Descendants of Enslaved Persons reparations. As we can see in the legend, the check mark equals yes and an X equals no. And just to note, it's very interesting. So for AB 1315, notice that the California American Freedmen Affairs Agency, like that's the title of the bill, comparatively speaking to, and it's also named in the bill itself, but I thought that was very odd that SB 518, it says Descendants of Enslaved Persons Reparations, yet the Bureau itself actually isn't named onto the title of the bill, which I thought that was, I mean, that's fine. I mean, I guess you could do what you can do. I just
wait, can you explain that again? That was kind of confusing.
All right, so actually, as a matter of fact, let me just show it. So I'm going to go to my screen. All right, so we have, and I'll let you know when we are ready to show it so I can further clarify what I mean.
Thank you.
I know it does sound a little confusing. So basically the title, all right, so, okay, I'm ready for it if you can put it up. Okay, so if you notice that the title on here, the California Legislative Information, it says SB 518, Descendants of Enslaved Persons. So that is the title of the bill itself. That's what it says. All right. But if you scroll down, eventually it gets to the Bureau for Descendants of American Slavery. So that is the title of the Bureau, right? But I'm just like, well, why didn't they just put that into the title of SB 518? You know, I mean, are you scared? I mean, I don't know. I just saw that.
I mean, like, scared of what?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, usually if you're talking about an agency or a bureau, you would put it in the title.
Oh, you put it right up there in the title. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, right. Just like SB 12 has the fact that it's an agency right up in the
So if we go back to
immigrants and refugees.
Right. What was
SB 12?
No. Oh yeah, let's go to SB 12. Let's just go straight to it, right? Which is the Senate bill. All right, so it's the State Government Immigrant and Refugees Affairs Agency. Boom.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah.
Right, and then you go back to what is it? AB 1315. Right there, AB 13, California American Freedmen Affairs Agency. Right. So I'm gonna stop sharing my screen here, and we can go back to the comparison chart. So yeah, so I thought that was, very telling. And I'll get the comparison chart back on. So yeah, I thought that was very telling. Like, why isn't the Bureau named as the title itself? I mean, is it important? At the end of the day, maybe not. But for me, it just seems like,
right, trying to hide it in the body of the text, right, and not being bold.
Right.
And just, making it plain.
Just make it plain. This is what we're doing, and this is what it's about, I'm not trying to play these games, hide or anything,
Well, thank you for sharing that. And just really quickly, let me see.
Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, I'm trying to
Okay.
share my screen.
All right, you ready to share or no?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
All right. So, in the other reparations news out here in California, this is a tweet from Ashley Zavala, the Capitol reporter, correspondent that has been closely following reparations. And she tweeted here, speaking of money, California has spent none of the 12 million earmarked for reparations related legislation. Expected to pass last year, which we know, they blocked the bills last year, so that money is still in a suspense file. The only reparations related expense has been $500,000 for a plaque memorializing California's apology at the state capitol. So at some point, it looks like there should be a plaque at the state capitol memorializing the apology that Reggie Jones Sawyer moved last year through the legislative process, and it did make it through. It did include a plaque. Apparently, they put $500,000 aside for that plaque, so there should be a plaque at some point in the California state capitol, and it must be spectacular for this price tag. I mean, this plaque must be something else.
Yeah, for $500,000. I mean, you could have probably put that into or towards not only possibly, the fund to support reparations payments. But if that's not possible, I mean, I could have staffed the, CAFAA agency, could have done a lot of stuff with that $500,000 instead of a symbolic plaque.
And again, here are our CLBC members, the people who apparently agree, with the way that the money is being allocated for reparations.
Yep. All right, so I know we're about to get out of here pretty soon. We're going to wrap up actually in an hour. Can you believe that?
Oh, wow.
Well, here's the thing. This is my gosh. Yeah, this is going to be a very interesting process as we go through, but we appreciate everybody being with us in this journey and just supporting what we do. Whatever you guys can contribute, that means of sharing, liking. If you can, hit us up with a little, Cash App, that'd be cool too, but that's all good.
Buy some merch, buy some merch, get the affiliate link. All these things help.
All that things. Any little thing helps with getting the word out. So let's go through some of these comments here. Shout out Donnie, thanks for joining as usual. Thumbs up. Happy Sunday, everyone. Shout out to reps out there on the East Coast. We always appreciate you holding it down for reparations. Everyone hope all is well. All right. Yeah. Please tweet Pacheco, Chair Pacheco, the rules. We need to get these bills moved.
Yeah.
We definitely need to get these bills
first
moved.
Step.
All right, come on, everyone. Let's make likes match the chat. So ETM will have 100% engagement. Thank you, reps. As always, we greatly appreciate that. Before we do go out, let's just mention once again tonight, Sanctuary Cities will be premiering right here on YouTube. So definitely check that out. There's actually some good historical information in this, some research, and we bring it up to current date, so check that out. It's about an hour of your time, so we'd really appreciate you looking at that. We've actually been getting some pretty good response and feedback from these reviews or perspectives, so yeah, hopefully this will be a good one to watch as well. I think it will be, but that's how it goes. And also most likely we'll probably be streaming this at 1:30. This informational hearing, once again, which will be the second hearing, that will be streaming, and some advocates will be there at the Capitol.
At the Capitol. All right. And just really back to this really quick, because even though, Darlene is not here with us today, she is hitting me up in the back channel talking about we forgot to mention the registry. Is that something worth mentioning? The American Freedmen Registry, the depository of eligible recipients. Well, I'll just say that AB 1315 will have a registry, a depository of eligible recipients, whereas 518 does not. And in addition, this registry it has some privacy regulations around it to make sure that our information stays secure and private for the purpose of reparations, remittance.
All right. I mean,
All right.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that information. Greatly appreciate it.
All right.
Yep. So check us back right here on Immunity Mass Media Group. I believe is that a Wednesday?
That is Wednesday. Yes, that is Wednesday.
This Wednesday. Okay, this Wednesday, PST, Pacific Standard Time, at 1:30. State Capitol Room 126 will be the informational hearing with Chair Jackson and other members of the subcommittee number 2 of the Human Services. So check that out. But I think that's it for today. Yes, Kim?
I believe so.
I think that is it. Yes, we appreciate y'all, fam. Y'all keep us updated here at SC. Well, we try our best. Hopefully out there in South Carolina, y'all will have something on the state level and local level out there in SC. I know there was something out in Asheville, was it? I don't know if it's still going on there. I know North Carolina, we kind of, got lost in obviously what we're doing out in California. And I don't know, Reps, is there anything out there that's going on with Asheville right now? I don't know. We might look into it at a later date, see what else is going on. But it looks like something was going on in Nashville.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that has wrapped or if they're still continuing, working on that. But
all right. Anyway, all right. Well, that's it, family. So, once again, we really appreciate you taking the time out to listen and do your own research, and make sure that whatever you do, be safe, enjoy this weekend, and we'll see you next time.
See you next time. Peace, love, and reparations, lineage based.
Peace and reparations.
I think that the Black Americans have been the only real diehard Americans here, because we're the only ones who carried the process through the process. That everyone else has to sort of like skip stages. We're the ones who marched, we're the ones who carried the Bible, we're the ones who carried the flag, we're the ones who tried to go through the courts. And being born American didn't seem to matter. Because we were born Americans, but we still had to fight for what we were looking for. And we still had to go through those channels and those processes.
I don't really care what you have to say. Facts over fiction is the motto replay. Muhammad Ali came up from the clay. Grassroots built up this USA. Now knowing your history, you'll get played. Equip yourself, cause you came to slay any opponent that's up in our way. Look at Malcolm X and his deliberate.